It just goes live. Oh, there we go.
Oh, we're live. We're live.
We're live. Hello, guys. Good afternoon, good night, well, good
Good evening.
Good evening. Here at Novak News Monday night, Stevan and Padan we're talking today about a very hot topic: interest rates and what does it do and what does it actually mean. Stay tuned.
Ladies, gentlemen, Monday, 8 o'clock. That's Novak News time here in the office. Like Bidan said, bit of a hot topic tonight. Obviously, something that we've seen a lot in the media recently. And we're going to talk about, obviously, the interest rates, what's ahead, what's going on, and also what that's going to mean for our property market, not only now in 2024, but also forecasting through to probably next year as well.
Definitely.
With it. So I'll jump in and cover a little bit on the interest rates for us. A few weeks ago now, we saw a 0.5% drop in the US market, which is typically very, very positive news. Here in Australia, we do tend to follow the US market. So a lot of speculation straight out was, okay, we're going to start seeing interest rate drops come off. However, the Tuesday announcement previously was rates are on hold.
Yeah, I think everyone was excited, like, oh, it's on. US got down and we'll be down too, but it was on hold, so bit of surprise there.
Definitely. So we're still sitting 4.35%, which is actually better than it's been for a while. It's good to have interest rates on hold. Helps with consumer confidence in the marketplace. However, the big factor as well that we are looking at that is driving our inflation rate is also, our interest rate is our inflation rate.
Yeah.
So inflation in Australia has fallen down to 2.75%, which is really, really good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. That puts us under the 3% mark, which was kind of an indicator with what the Reserve Bank was looking for. They want us to be sitting between 2 to 3% with inflation. And this is the first time since August 21 that we've sat in that range. That was the monthly figure. We'll wait till the end of next month where they'll release a more accurate quarterly figure, but all indicators are it'll sit within that kind of 2 to 3% range as well. So really, really good news. Australia and the US, I was going to say, our interest rate and our targets are lower than the US. So the US, I think 4.75% is their current rate. Their goal and their targets are around 2%. For inflation. In Australia, we're kind of in the middle of where the RBA was indicating they would want to see inflation in Australia, which is really, really good news. Hopefully we don't have too much to travel, to meet the needs of what's going on out there. In regards to interest rates and when are we going to see these passed on to us? I don't know. I'm not an economist. I read a bit out there. My personal kind of feel for it all is that we probably won't see an adjustment to our interest rate until next year. I think obviously now we're coming through out of September. It's October. Is it tomorrow, October?
Yeah, tomorrow's October.
Tomorrow's October.
Less than 4 hours.
There you go. Tomorrow's October. I think with Christmas coming up, consumer spending is obviously something that is a key indicator as well. So I think rates will probably sit until early next year. Reading the reports, a lot of economists are saying that as well, estimating that rates to be probably sitting till February next year, where they are hopeful we'll see a reduction from 4.35 to around the 4.1 mark. February, then kind of June to have rates around 3.85. So again, further reductions, and then this time next year, 3.6 is kind of the target, and then 3.35 by December 2025.
Sounds like a lovely plan.
Good, positive message coming out, and we'll be seeing hopefully, step-by-step reductions to our interest rate. The other factor also that I've seen that is kind of indicating that is CBA, so Commonwealth Bank of Australia, and Westpac on a different side are actually loosening up their fixed term deposits and their deposit rates. And typically that will be an indicator of what they're predicting is going to happen with interest rates. So if you've got deposits in there with them, unfortunately, you're going to be making less. But it's a forecast, I think, of what's to come.
I think there are good signs out
interest
there,
rate.
steps, right? You know, with
Really
that
good.
February kind of having the bit of a target.
Yep,
And
spot on.
we kind of see it on the field as well.
Absolutely.
As soon as there's something on the social media or something on the news, we see the market heating up already, which has happened in the last 2 weeks.
Yes.
Properties that has been sitting for a while are getting offers and lots of buyers. And that's the thing. So what does it actually happen? Does the interest rate being on hold, does the property market stay on hold?
No, not at all. I mean, we saw last year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we saw not last year, this year. I'm
This
saying
year.
last year. We've come out of a pretty turbulent market last year and then this year. But we've seen about a 5% growth this year in Sydney real estate prices. And that's with rates sitting and not doing a whole lot.
Yeah.
So if they start coming down, prices typically start going up.
Because there'll be more buyers, right? And
More buyers. And I
Yeah.
mean, we're seeing it done. There's not a lot being built.
No, nothing at all.
Not along the beaches anyway. Construction's definitely behind schedule. I was reading that the rental crisis is
Still there.
still going to be a crisis, I think, for many years to come in Australia. So indicators are that, I think the market's going to pick up.
I think
Pick up
with
next
more
year.
buyers, less property. I think that's the way. And people think it's real estate agent driving the price up.
Nah,
At the end of the day, it's the buyers that pay the price, right?
that's right. That's right. The competition will dictate that market price. What I was also going to say is that if you're a buyer in today's marketplace or you're a seller in today's marketplace, what today's marketplace offers you, and look, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. These RBA indicators and these economists, they're known to get it wrong as well. A lot of times.
Yeah, it's a predictions, right?
But right now you're seeing a very, very stable property market. You're almost seeing demand meeting supply. And it's a very, very safe environment, if I can say that, to be transacting real estate. So if you're thinking of selling and buying something, it's a very a level platform to do so right now. I can't promise that will be the case next year. And everybody thinks, if rates come down, prices go up, I'm going to make more money, but I'm also going to be paying more money, and it becomes quite a turbulent experience as well.
Exactly. Like if you're selling at a high price, then you're buying at a high price as well. So it's kind of a weird trade-off. If you're just selling, I think it's a perfect timing. But like you said, Steps, is like the perfect balance. We have good amount of buyers on the market. The stock levels are healthy. The spring market is like heating up. Lots of stock are coming up all the way from that mid-level to all the way to that high-end properties.
Absolutely.
Good buyers.
Absolutely. Now, look, where a market change can suit will really come down to what your needs are and what you're wanting to achieve. So if you're an upsizer, typically you want to upsize your real estate in a poor market, in a poor property market or a slow property market. You'll sell for less, but you will buy for less. Really helps climbing the ladder. When you're coming back down, so obviously the opposite. You want to sell for more and buy for more. But if you're coming down in price point assets, so from a house to an apartment, it's good to do that in a rising market. Out there as well, guys.
It's all about right timing, eh?
Absolutely. Absolutely. The rental cycle, look, I don't know, prices seem to have plateaued out. We saw obviously a pretty crazy market earlier. But
it was a big rage throughout the whole, like even until mid this year. People were getting crazy figures, like landlords were asking that amount and they were actually getting it because there was not a lot of stock at all. And since I think June, July-ish, there's been a long plateau. Like properties are being on the market for a long time. Those crazy prices are not being met. So the landlords are getting cut down. The interest rates are on hold, so they are not losing a lot of bucks. But we can see still people that were renting for $600 for an apartment are getting $750, $800. So it has reached that market. Some landlords would like to keep it as it is and go easy on the tenants. They understand the bit, but it has plateaued a little in the last 3 months because there's only certain walls that it can hit.
That's right. It can only go to a certain level, can't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. Cost of living and everything coming into play as well. So I guess overall, in a nutshell, good time to be buying real estate. I think it's a safe environment. I think if you're taking advice from other people, you probably want to take advice from people that have seen these cycles before. My, again, personal forecast would be that it's going to be pretty level from now until probably early next year. But 1 or 2 interest rate rises. I don't know that 1 will be enough to turn the wheels, but definitely 2 and 3. If we see 3 consecutive rate reductions, you will see the market change. And unfortunately, as a buyer and buyers in the marketplace, you can sometimes be your own worst enemy,
Yeah.
where you've got, pre-approval for a set amount of days. That's ticking down. You've got to buy something. Next thing you know, you're frenzying with everybody else in the marketplace, and it starts a bit of a chain.
Yeah, and there's more stock in the market because with interest rate being high, people can't pay their mortgage. That's one of the main motivation to sell as well.
Sure, yeah.
And if the interest rate go down, people can afford their place. They might even be a buyer at some point.
Yeah.
The interest are too low, so there will be more buyers and less property. So you're kind of creating a competition for yourself by not buying right now. I think next few months is probably the best time.
Yeah.
Lots of stock out there. Interest rate will be on hold, and if you buy now, after a few months, it'll come down and there'll be new interest rate.
Yeah, definitely. So that's what we see happening. Rates, good news, good positivity out of the US market. We will follow suit. We always do. Inflation's really good. Employment's pretty good at the moment. Immigration hasn't really opened up. That's a different factor, all the same. But if that opens up, we will also see that impacting property prices. So pretty positive is the news today surrounding Australian real estate and definitely Sydney real estate. Next year, I think it's going to be competitive to buy.
Definitely.
So get in and buy now, guys. That's my message.
This is the time. Any
That's
properties you want to suggest to buy?
All of them.
All of them?
We got all of them.
We got all of
Come
them.
and buy something.
Right. Any questions, anything in the comments?
I don't know, mate.
Not quite.
Not a whole lot, no.
All right, cool. I think that is it from our end today. Thank you very much for plugging in.
Yeah, lovely to sit here with you tonight. And,
It's
run through
always
some
fun
numbers.
with you.
Definitely.
All
See
right,
you guys.
take
We'll
it.
see you next week.
Have a good night.